Oh, hi. I'm a smart investor. I dare say that because I understand the cryptocurrency markets and I am up to date on every new development, fintech and blockchain ecosystem. All because I watch the Inside Blockchain show on Cryptotvplus. Every Monday morning, Cryptotvplus brings you news headlines of top stories, interview with an expert, and give you detailed market analysis to enable you make the right business moves. Now you too can become a smart investor if you don't miss it. The Inside Blockchain show, only on Cryptotvplus.
This program is brought to you by OKEX, the most trusted digital asset exchange.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the boy of the Bullish.
Keep watching Cryptotvplus.
Don't touch that die. Peace.
Hello and welcome to the program. This is Inside Blockchain, live from Cryptotvplus. I am Bobby Anyedike. It's another Monday morning, the 17th of January, 2022. Now, if you're watching from Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, and this is your first time on the program, kindly follow, like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos. Now, today we want to look at GameFi. Now, this word is a combination of gaming and decentralized finance, also known as DeFi. It is also referred to as play-to-earn or P2E games. Now, the concept of GameFi relies on a combination of the blockchain technology, gaming, and decentralized finance. Now, this term first made its appearance in a tweet from Andre Conje, the father of DeFi, on September 10, 2020. Now, with the introduction of the term, the gaming industry has lowered the barriers in the crypto space and transformed traditional gaming by offering participants or gamers an opportunity to generate income while playing. Now, in the past, in conventional games, the in-game assets or collectibles that you purchase have no real value outside the game. Players buy these assets, yet they don't have complete control over them. Now, by developing an economic model of making money while playing, the concept of GameFi has exposed the world to a new use case of cryptocurrencies. Now, one of the significant reasons behind GameFi's popularity is that no central authority controls the ecosystem, unlike traditional games. Now, to wrap it up, GameFi has redefined the concept of ownership of in-game assets, while adding extra layers to a token-based economy and the opportunity or option to yield good returns with several DeFi products. Now, with over 1 million active players in 2021 and a staggering 400% growth from last year as well, the GameFi Universe has established itself as one of the fastest growing sectors of the blockchain ecosystem. Now, we'll pick it up right after this commercial. Don't go nowhere.
GameFi Metaverse. These two topics have been the most talked about in the crypto and digital space till date. Today we'll be talking about the top 3 GameFi projects to look out for in 2022. Drumroll please. The first one is Meta Special. Meta Special is a virtual reality metaverse with unlimited fantasy spaces linked together through the spatial portal. The experience is built on the...
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the boy of the Bullish.
Keep watching Cryptotvplus.
Don't touch that die. Peace.
This program is brought to you by OKEX, the most trusted digital asset exchange.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Inside Blockchain live from Cryptotvplus, and we're still looking at GameFi. Now, I will be joined by a special guest from Korea, Jimmy Zhao. He's an entrepreneur, a crypto investor, and the founder of ZBX.com. ZBX.com is a cryptocurrency exchange. And also joining me virtually is Karla Obakpolor. She is the founder at Clipit.io, Africa's #1 cross-chain NFT platform, and CryptoSmartNow.io. You're both welcome to the program, Jimmy and Karla. Okay, first of all, I'll start off with you, Jimmy. It's an absolute pleasure to have you join us all the way from Korea. Let me start off with asking, how are you today?
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm feeling good.
Okay, so what would you say is what's the crypto atmosphere over there in Korea? Is it north or south? I'm guessing it's actually South Korea. That's where you're in.
Yeah, it's South Korea. As you know, like in Korea, the cryptocurrency sphere is very big. I would say even such a the small country, but I think in general they have almost 6 to 7 million traders. And in this
Wow.
country, you also probably heard of this thing called uh, kimchi premium, meaning everything here is trading higher than the rest of the world. Sometimes the Bitcoin has actually a premium price for about 15% over the average Bitcoin price elsewhere, meaning like people
Why is that?
are
Why is that so?
because there's more purchasing power, and it's very hard to actually to balance the liquidity because the Korean market is either using Korean won as the base currency, not USDT, for example.
It's interesting to know that. Jimmy, just for us to just understand the solutions you're providing, just give us a brief explanation on what ZBX.com stands for, and some of the solutions you're providing over there in South Korea.
Yeah. ZBX is actually a fully regulated crypto exchange based in Malta. Currently, I'm based in Korea because my family is here. So the company is actually based in Europe in Malta. We've been
Okay.
operating since 2018 under these Maltese cryptocurrency regulatory framework. So we've been going through almost 2 years over the sandbox. Finally, earlier this year, we got our full license. Because we have license, we have a banking partner with us, meaning we are working with the Swiss bank, Dukas Copy, to provide fiat on and off ramp. So this is quite a unique solution, meaning actually anyone in the world, if you don't have a bank account, we can actually open a Swiss bank account for you. At the same time, your Swiss bank account can be connected with ZBX.com, a crypto exchange, so that you can have a full, crypto OTC experiences, so that you can convert your money, fiat money, very easily from a Swiss bank to any cryptos, which traded on our exchange.
Oh, that is simply fantastic. Karla, if you're still there with us, I think it would be very interesting to know that Karla is like I mentioned, she's the founder of Africa's #1 cross-chain NFT platform, and she's actually doing great and amazing things. Karla, how are things going on over there with the Clipit and also the Crypto Smart now? How are things going on?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. First, I'd like to say thank you for having me on this platform on your program. Thanks a lot. So for Clip, we started last year, 2020, April, I think, between March and April. We started officially in April, and since then we've had our NFT Academy because we found out that a lot of people don't really know what NFTs are and how the kind of value that NFTs provide. So we decided to set up an academy for everyone to learn about NFTs. That's academy.clipit.io. So for creators, for content creators, people who want to buy NFTs for collectors, you just go there to learn about NFTs. And then we have our first MVP. We have a beta version ready. So if you go to app.clipit, that's clip is QLIP. So if you go to app.clipit.io, you can actually mint and buy an NFT. And then we actually have started minting some NFTs for the African Cup of Nations football event that's been going on.
Tournament, yes.
Yeah, and then we were honored to mint the first NFTs for the first African movie. That's Fifth Avenue. Fifth Avenue was a movie by Angel Productions, and they decided they want to have an
Yeah, I
NFT.
actually saw that. I actually read about that. I saw that online, the Fifth Avenue movie. That's simply remarkable.
Yeah, so we're honored to be the first African platform to do that for an African movie. And then what we're doing is we have our Gene Collectibles, and it's a good thing we're talking about GameFi because the Gene Collectibles actually has a P2E game to it. So the Beningin collections, they are a collection about 50 different tribes in Africa. So aside from people buying these collections, they get to use them. They are basically in-game assets for the Beningin series game. And so we're launching that on Monday. We haven't announced yet, so I think you guys are the first people that
Wow, that is an exclusive.
that's an exclusive. So we're launching on Monday.
Okay, I'll do well to take that into consideration. Nice one, Karla. Nice one. Okay, there is actually no, I can't overemphasize how much it is that Africans are actually doing a lot of remarkable things in the crypto, and not just crypto, NFT, metaverse, GameFi. Africans are actually changing the narrative. So, Jimmy, I would also want you to just touch a bit on, because we had a discussion, I want you to touch a bit on, there's this solution you created, Planet Puppies, or Puppy Planets. I don't know, I don't want to make a mistake. Can you just help us, explain what it is, in its entirety? Just help us, have a brief explanation of what it is.
Okay. So besides the exchange business, what we also have is we actually have a game companies based in London called Chain X Game. So what we do normally, we go and source games, and then we actually find an interesting game. We bring those game on chain, so make it fully decentralized and publish the game to the public. So the Puppy Planet is actually the first game we have launched via our company. So the concept is quite similar to, in the old days, you remember the CryptoKitties, right? That was the probably one of the killer app
first,
on Ethereum. Yeah, they're almost the first, and it got all Ethereum network got congested. So we actually borrow a lot of idea from CryptoKitties, but back then the NFT concept was not even up there yet. Also GameFi. Then instead of only have this kitty, we actually created a concept with puppies, because all the dog coins, everything has been quite popular for last 2 years. So I think it kind of capture the trend. So the idea is really, initially we are launching a 10,000 NFT. So every NFT is a puppy, but for each puppy, you actually have a lot of context around it. It's not only a puppy as an NFT project like art. You can also breed. You can breed two puppy together, have a baby puppy, and the puppy also have different levels. So the puppy can fight each other. And to earn rewards, you can also stake your puppies in for example, NFT farm. So to have actually a earning from the pup token. So the current we launched 1 month ago, almost 1 month ago, and it has gained quite a popularity. Right now, the community has grown quite big. We're reaching around 35,000 puppies. And the NFT has been trading on this game, has been reaching almost $5-6 million. We're getting a lot of momentum. And also, let's talk about GameFi, because since the puppy itself is not only an NFT, standalone NFT, it has a context, So therefore, people actually would love to trade it, because it's actually an asset which can generate yield also for you. So the APY right now for a puppy, if you just stake it, I think it can reach up to 200% annually. And if you fight on the battlefield, there's PvP fighting, sort of like an Oxy kind of concept. You can even go up to like 1,000% return APY. But
so
of course,
what would you say, if I can just cut in, sorry, Jimmy, what would you say is the growth ratio of Planet Puppies so far? Like, you did mention that you have up to 35,000 puppies. That what's the growth ratio, of the gaming infrastructure? What's it like over there?
You mean, are you talking about the users, or are you talking about the game itself?
Users, revenue, everything that has to do with it.
So this game is fully decentralized, meaning the company, when we issued it, we only issued 10,000 puppies, like our basically initial sale. It's like Genesis block, we issue all puppies. Now the puppy is in the community's hands. So the only way to generate a new puppy is actually through breeding. So the users actually, or the communities can decide how many puppies they want to have for themselves. And there's actually a natural marketplace to buy and sell. So the game, every action you take is fully on chain. So, for example, whatever you do in the game, you have to pay gas fee because through breeding, through marketing, sell your puppies, everything on chain, every transaction is on chain. So it's fully transparent. You can actually look at this. So we're trading around, I think, if you talk about the volume, we're trading around 300 to 500 puppies every day. Each puppy is selling around $150 up to $1,000 because it depends on the level of the puppies.
Okay. Yes.
So it's I think the game is doing pretty well. As I said, we're this is more like community driven project. So our job is just maintain the platform and also make sure the everything is running properly. But then
I'd say it's actually quite commendable, Jimmy, what you and your team have done so far with Planet Puppies. It's really quite commendable. So let's not stretch it a little bit further. Let's just focus right on the topic for today. Now, speaking of games, GameFi, like we mentioned earlier. Now, Jimmy, what would you define, or if someone were to approach you and say, okay, someone that had no prior knowledge of GameFi or blockchain or DeFi, now how would you define GameFi to the person?
Okay, I would say GameFi is actually emerged because NFT, basically. So if you think about what is NFT and what's a token, right? So in the real world, you have asset, you have money. So in the crypto world, the NFT generally become a assets, right? Then you actually have the token, for example, the Bitcoin or Ethereum, or even let's say the pop token is the money. So that's the comparison with these two. So in the old days, like people play with DeFi, everything, they're just using a decentralized protocol to run with on-chain protocols as such. But when it comes to NFT farming and GameFi is really surrounding the game. So I would say the first generation of GameFi, if you look at all the popular ones like Axies, the upcoming ones, the 10, and these games are, I would say, if you present the GameFi game to a game studio, they will say this is not a game because it's not so fun to play because simply because the blockchain technology is not able to support such a heavy game. So it actually takes a while for the blockchain to be able to get there. But my knowledge for this GameFi is actually more or less a mining game. So it's a new way for people to generate wealth by participating for Axie and so on. What you're really participating is actually a new way to mint a game token. And okay. This is what I think. Like I would even rather call it mining game instead of a real GameFi. But I do see on this arena so many game companies, especially I'm right now based in Korea, like a lot of professional game studios, when they actually see what's really going on in the blockchain world with GameFi, some very high quality 3A games are coming on the way, but it's not there yet. But I'm saying they're building the ecosystem now. So if that happens, I would say you'll really we'll get there, like maybe over time. So that's the real GameFi. It's
okay,
like the real user experience.
All right, Jimmy. Yeah, well said. I think I picked something from what you said, but I would like Karla to actually respond to that. Karla, if you're still there, he mentioned something that some of the GameFi products actually not. What were your words, Jimmy? He said we're not so user-friendly because they're actually built on the blockchain. But you see a lot of games such as Seedus and there's REVV Racing. These are all fun to play games that are actually still built on the blockchain. Now, Karla, what are your thoughts as it relates to what he said? Do you think some GameFi games, if I can put it that way, are not user-friendly because they are built on the blockchain? What are your thoughts on that, Karla?
Okay, thank you. So I'll start by giving my experience. When I started hearing about gaming and blockchain was in 2019, and I started doing some research. What I was expecting was COD kind of feel, GTA kind of feel, PS4 kind of feel. We're used to those games now, but when you come to the blockchain, the blockchain space, the looking at the UI, looking at basically when they advertise it, you feel like these things are in motion, and you feel like, oh, you get to actually really do
Like it
fight in
has a
battle.
drive to it, like
And
the
yes,
conventional types
so
of
but
games.
a lot of them are not, right? And I understand what he's saying. For we to have those kind of blockchains, for we to have those kind of games, we have to have blockchains that support those. And I think the most that I've seen really that is the running blockchain. So I hear that they're doing some sort of improvements to support games like that, games that you could be in motion, and the user experience would be like you are the one playing the game, right? And not just a 2D experience where you
Yes.
have to wait a while for the race to start or for the breeding to start, and it's just some contracts running at the background. But for the user, all they see is one or two things just happening, and you have to leave it for a while, go back, come back in 24 hours, and then before you earn whatever tokens that you're earning. So I understand what he's saying about the gaming experience being like looking like a mining activity kind of. But
Okay.
there's some other fun aspects with like the stories and the in-game items that you get. But it's the first generation basically. So what we have to do is build from there. And in building, we could look at GameFi becoming being more than it is. I mean, if we look at NFTs on the blockchain, they are basically like commodities, assets of the blockchain, and then cryptocurrencies are like the tokens, the fungible. Just like in life, we have fiat that we use to purchase items, purchase various
Yes.
commodities. Now, those commodities are NFTs, so it's beyond just art. It could be a house, it could be a wear, a cloth, it could be a footwear, it could be basically just commodities you get. So now those things existing in the blockchain, and us being able to create some sort of ecosystem, and not just ecosystem, economic ecosystem, such that the gaming story and the gaming characters can produce these commodities that can be sold, and bought within the gaming ecosystem. So we can have that actually. I won't say that now the user experience is it's only for those who are gamers who understand how to use PS4, and who grew up playing games. We're the ones that would say, okay, this is quite different from what we're used to. But
From the
I think we should just
conventional,
give
yes, yes.
ourselves time and work, right? It's possible
Okay.
for us to bring COD on the blockchains. Excuse me. It's possible for us to bring PS4 kind of games, the PS5 kind of games on the blockchain. It's possible for us to bring that. So we just need to. I think before the this development comes, a blockchain has to be created to support this kind of heavy duty games, different from what we have right
Well,
now.
well, it's just like you said. It's the first generation, and we're looking out for more products to be released, and dynamic transformation, technological transformations. So let's just take a breather. We'll pick it up right after this commercial. Don't go nowhere.
Oh, Qlib. No, 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 no. It's pronounced clip and not Qlib. Clip. Clip is Africa's #1 NFT platform. This means it's passionate about valuing, distributing, and adding utility to African art through NFTs. Imagine owning the original copy of Wizkid's track, Essence, as an NFT. There are other use cases of NFTs.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the boy of the bullet.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that. Peace.
This program is brought to you by OKEX, the most trusted digital asset exchange.
Welcome back. This is still Inside Blockchain, live from Crypto TV Plus, and we're still looking at GameFi, a combination of two words, gaming and decentralized finance. As I have here with me, all the way from Korea, joining me virtually is Jimmy Zhao. He's an entrepreneur, a crypto investor, and the founder of ZBX.com, which is a cryptocurrency exchange. And also joining me virtually is Karla Obakpolor. She is the founder at Clipit.io, Africa's #1 cross-chain NFT platform, and also the founder of CryptoSmartNow.io. So I believe right now we should just get into the nitty-gritty of what GameFi has to offer. Now, there are a lot of features on how GameFi works. Now, we look at the play-to-earn aspect, we look at the asset ownership, and we also look at some of the DeFi features that build on it. So Jimmy, I think I'll start off with you on this one. Now, we understand that the blockchain as an industry, as a technology, is one in which everyone always wants to find a way to build, leverage on, create value, make massive profit, and actually enhance connectivity between people across borders. So I think the question now is, how can a newbie get into the GameFi industry, understand how it works, and actually make profit from it? Can you just help us, with a brief explanation on that?
Okay, so I would say GameFi in the essence is more like the NFT with context, right? So normally when you enter GameFi space, you begin purchasing an NFT, right? That NFT can be an avatar in the game, or some maybe a land in the game. So then the game provide a context around this avatar, whatever or NFT avatar you actually purchased, acquired, and by actually being in the game and participate, doing tasks, participating, the in-game experiences, then you actually being rewarded. That's what we always call incentive layer, right? So incentive layer is the GameFi part, right? The finance part, DeFi part. So by doing things in the game, you can actually starting earning money. So that's what people call play to earn. I will say what is really happening in this GameFi space from play to earn in the first stage, maybe we're moving more towards to skill to earn, meaning in the game you need to be skillful enough to actually make more money, not just play. And that's a high level.
That's almost like referencing it to the traditional type of gaming.
Yes, I think that's the way to go. If everyone is in the game can make money, and there's the life cycle of the game, I think is become problematic. It's like this.
Why would you say that, Jimmy?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. The games are moving more to a skill to earn ish sphere.
Because personally, my opinion, I believe if it moves to skill to earn and not play to earn, it actually picks from the traditional type of gaming, whereby you actually have to be very, very skilled in certain games to actually, cross over to the next level. But I believe blockchain is offering a new opportunity to players, whereby now in traditional games you purchase in-game items and you don't even have complete control over it. But blockchain offers the opportunity whereby you purchase in-game items, you play, and you actually make money from it. So I don't know. There seems to be a disparity. I don't think moving to a skill to earn infrastructure would be advisable, but I stand to be corrected. Continue, please.
What I'm saying is not really advisable. Like what I'm saying is I do see a lot of new games coming out of this space become more skill based. This is what I've been observed, because in the first generation, like I see all these blockchain game mining games. It's you get rewarded by participating. Mostly a simple, PvP fight, and also sometimes you do staking. Staking is very common concept when it comes to DeFi space. So you buy avatar, you place your NFTs somewhere, and you actually start earning rewards. That's fairly easy. There are a lot of this kind of games out there, but I would say what I was referring to from play to earn, I do see the trend is coming. So some of the very high-end games are coming to the market, has building feature like skill to earn, more like that trend. Yeah.
So what happens to the people that have little or no skill to play?
I think the difference between play to earn and skill to earn is like skill to earn, they can still make money, but for example, people talk about ROI, like return of investments.
On
like
investment,
but it maybe take longer for them to get their return back. But if you are skilled enough, you can. So basically, the game itself provide a dynamic way of mining. Imagine like this: if you're mining Bitcoin, you buy a Bitcoin machine, right? You plug electricity, you're getting a finite Bitcoin based on the hashing power you have. But in the game, the difference is like if you actually playing better than the other guys, you're actually getting uh, you're getting more rewards
Yes.
compared to other people. So the skilled player will actually be able to earn more money, and then when I understand the game, they can be in the game to. This is what I mean. Like it's not like you don't get
Yeah,
rewards.
I completely understand, Jimmy. Completely understand. Fantastic stuff. So, Carla, if you're still there with us, I think right now we should actually understand what the future of GameFi, holds for players, for participants, and the industry as a whole. Because you did mention something about what we are seeing now as the first generation of blockchain games. Now, what do you think? What are your projections? What do you think is the future for GameFi? Are we, just like Jimmy said, are we gradually moving towards a skill to earn infrastructure than a play to earn? Or what are your thoughts? Just share it with us, Carla.
To explain the traditional, what he talked about, skill to earn, I would explain. I play games, so I would explain the traditional aspect. When you're playing
Oh, you do
COD,
play games. What kind of games, Carla?
GTA, mostly role RPG kind of games. I like to play COD. No, I
Oh,
don't play COD.
and you're
I'm
pretty
not
good,
really
right?
COD. Yeah, but I play GTA a lot, and I really like GTA. So I'd explain
Okay, wow.
for COD. While
Call of
gaming, there
Duty.
are times when, yeah, Call of Duty. There are times when you'd want to buy a certain gaming assets. There are times when you want to buy to upgrade your gun or your whatever war
So, yes.
tool that you have. There are times when you want to upgrade it, and then you have to pay to upgrade it. Right? Even though players are not earning anything in return, even for racing games, this is another game we used to play that then drift, something drift, speed drift or something. We used to buy to upgrade our cars, so we can win, in the game. So we're just basically wanting to increase our skill power or the ability of whatever tools that we have to win the game. So it's not like the infrastructures or the gaming platforms would say, okay, now let's all move to a skill to earn basis. It's what the community would do. Basically, if you check for Axie Infinity on YouTube, you keep finding videos where people are trying to give people better strategies on how to battle and how to win. The other games that are card based, when you check them out, you check them out on YouTube, you find the community giving people insight into, okay, this is how to get a better strategy, this is how to win, this is how to get better. So basically, people would want to increase their skill level, because that's how they would make more money, that's how they earn more from the game. So the gaming companies are going to build it in such a way, but community will just take it, like that. It's going to get like that. Now, for the future of GameFi, I think that the metaverse has a very big role to play
Okay.
in this, because we're going to find, and I think this is already being done. We're going to find people, gamers, being their own gaming characters, in the game. So a game like, let's give an example, because that's what we actually plan to do. So the Beningin series game, we're going to have our own African centric metaverse very soon. So most of the gene collections that are available, the skins would be used as the gaming characters, and in the game. And as we get to have our metaverse, people could decide to say, okay, I want to be, I want to exist in the game. And this would bring the kind of feature that we talked about, that we wanted, that we see in traditional games like COD, like GTA, the kind of feature that we see where you have a character and the person is in motion, and you can do things with the pad. People would actually be able to do this in the metaverse with this, with this game. So these infrastructures, I'm just thinking, and I'm thinking this is where it will get to, and I'm pretty sure some other platforms are
Okay.
already doing things like that. So I'm thinking that in the nearest future, the maybe second generation, maybe if technology allows, maybe the second generation of games we're going to see is where players can exist in their own games, and then also get to earn in-game
Rewards.
assets, convert those things to tokens. So I think this is the closest future for GameFi.
The GameFi, fantastic, Carla. Well said. So, Jimmy, now, as we understand, GameFi is one of the hottest topics in the blockchain industry, and some experts believe that it is actually poised to disrupt the $175 billion global gaming market. Now, do you think this is applicable, and how do you think this can actually be achieved? What are your projections for it?
Yeah, I do see it's actually have a big impact on the current gaming industry. So let me just give you a quick example, because our company
Okay.
is more like distribution company based in London. So what actually we go out and sourcing games. When we talk to a lot of game developers, what we realize is like they have spent a lot of money. Let's say they spend $3 to $5 million to develop the game, and now actually the game's ready, but then they realize, oh, I need another $5 million to actually get it out there because the marketing dollars, everything. And then another thing is like in some countries, for example, China and in certain countries, they have also distribution right. So you cannot just launch your game. You have to acquire the right first. It's another set of money. So the development plus the marketing cost plus the distribution right, it just add up. It become very expensive to launch your game and actually make it work. But if you imagine in the blockchain world, when you turn this blockchain your game to on-chain game, you start with NFT sales, right? Most of the NFTs, if you look at successful ones, they can do a $3 to $5 million NFT sale. So then basically whatever you invest in the game, you actually take the ROI back. So then you actually give the game to the community, let the community take it over. Then over time, instead of doing business, you become more like you become part of the governance model. So you are also getting a lot of rewards at the game company with your token value, right? When it goes up. So so it's become a new trend for that's why all these game studios are super interested in this space. But what they're lacking right
Exactly.
now is the blockchain understanding. It's like everyone wants to get in there, but they don't know how. So that's why we actually come in, because we actually come from traditional blockchain world and are interfacing with other companies saying, if you don't know how, we show you how. And then we help you to distribute and actually launch the game. Uh, this
Oh,
is
that's great.
so that point was really spot on, because I do see a disruption already happening.
Oh, that's fantastic, fantastic, Jimmy. So before I let you go to wrap it up, I think it would be a great disservice if we don't talk about the global crypto market and how it has affected you. So, Jimmy, what do you think about the way things are moving in the global crypto market? How has it affected you? What's your portfolio looking like? Just on a lighter note, talk to us about that.
Okay, yeah, I think that we take a deep on the market right now. It's staying. I think the Bitcoin is staying. I still believe next year the Bitcoin will go. My prediction, okay, is gonna go up to 100K at least touch the.
We had a lot of predictions similar to this. Some people were predicting that before the end of the Q4 last year to get up to 100,000, Ethereum might hit $15,000. But it is what it is.
But I have some reasons, because the game, because we always talk about in the blockchain world, what is the killer application? How do you actually bring massive adoption to blockchain assets as such? I do see game is something everybody wants to play. Everybody's in, right? Like if you think about game adoption and so on, like user base is huge. So if in 2020, if there is 3 to 5 games that hits the market, like really good big games, I think the
Yeah.
adoption can be huge. Therefore, more people will join this. I think that's why I believe the market will be bullish, not bearish. From
So
when you
what you're saying is GameFi actually has a pivotal role to play in the bullish movement of the market.
yes,
Is that what you're saying?
I believe so. It's just like a DeFi for DeFi helped us to also move the market to the next level.
Oh, that's great, fantastic stuff. So Carla, you did mention that you are actually a gamer. You've played a lot of games. So what do you think? What's your portfolio looking like? How has the crypto market affected you, and what are your projections?
Okay, thank you. So I'll give this in respect to Crypto Smart. We started Crypto Smart to help a lot of Africans get into the crypto space without taking so much risk. Like here, people get to want to invest with trading companies, and the business model is not so right, and sometimes they lose their money to trading companies. So the idea is instead of investing in trading companies, putting a certain amount of your money into crypto, little by little, and we call that bit saving in crypto smart. So recently we upscaled to Algorand blockchain. So we're currently building our manual products, building them on Algorand blockchain to become automated. And so what we've seen in this space is I think this period, between this period, first quarter of 2022, we're going to have a lot of people building new projects are building at the moment, and Q2 is where we'll see the pump actually, like, okay, so projects have been building, and in the second quarter, that's when we'd start seeing some sort of traction. For Bitcoin to get to 100K, I don't really know. I don't have any predictions for that. I feel like
Okay.
I feel like is the reason it got to that point last year was because of a lot of institutional investment. But I think if we have similar to that kind of institutional investment in GameFi, in NFTs, and then probably in the metaverse also, would see this kind of traction. And let's not also forget that to have this kind of traction, we have to have really massive adoption. That a lot of people, new people, need to come into the space. Newbies need to get from being newbies to dungeons to actually using the different ecosystem and all. So these new users are what will actually get us to this sort of great returns, because more people are now buying, and the money is not just circulating, but right now more persons are entering the ecosystem and buying. And that also brings me to the metaverse, because I feel like um, the companies that we have now, the big companies who are saying they're going to the metaverse, I think what they would be able to do basically is just create the infrastructures and the tools for it to work. The people who would actually build the metaverse are users that like me and other people who play these games and who use these platforms, right? So for us to actually have this kind of massive growth in GameFi and in crypto, we have to have more users. So that's another reason why I'm big on education. So the more people we educate, the more new influx of users we get into the ecosystem, and new users mean new money for investment. So to sum it up,
I agree with you. I
users
agree with you 100%, Carla. I agree with you 100% because I understand that there is actually a huge knowledge deficit when it comes to blockchain and cryptocurrency. There has to be a sensitization and awareness. And luckily for you out there, we have a platform where newbies, beginners can actually come and learn Anathon. You learn and earn. And we understand that without knowledge, you can't really get much in this space. So I just want to appreciate you, Carla. I just want to say thank you, Jimmy, for making our time to be on the show today. And also thank you for contributing to the topic, GameFi. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you so much, Jimmy. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
That will be all on today's program. You can check out our website, cryptotvplus.com, to get more market updates and trends captured within the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Follow us on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at CryptoTVPlus to get daily info on our programs. Today's edition of the Inside Blockchain Show is brought to you by OKX, the leading innovative crypto exchange that offers advanced financial services. Thank you for staying with us. I am Bobby Ndike. Till next time.
This program is brought to you by OKX, the most trusted digital asset exchange.